Well, alright then. Welcome back to STRAFE. Our last run, I feel like it fell apart very quickly. So we hit a point where we had two acid jumpers in the burbs, both hitting us at the same time. Now one of them, like jumping us, that sucks, that does a fair bit of damage, but it's not the end of the world. I think getting hit by two of them simultaneously, that kind of did us in. Now it's also possible that I just wasn't paying attention and our health was constantly deteriorating the entire run. But I'm gonna blame the acid jumpers because acid enemies are very annoying in this game. They have always been, and even if we get to where, you know, a run is more likely to be a win than not, I'm still gonna hate them. I've decided they are my arch nemesis when it comes to STRAFE. An early food box is kind of my best friend. So it gets us a nice fast overheal, which can be beneficial if we find a food secret later on. This is not a tight enough hallway for shotgun to really matter. Have to remember to use the secondary fire. When you do a railgun run, it's easy to start forgetting. Because, you know, railgun secondary, kind of hard to manage. Alright, come on. There you go. And blast that open. Get two stack containers right next to each other. And case in point, here's a food secret that is useless right now because we still have armor. But in the future, the world of tomorrow, we might want that. There's going to be a pile of scrap from that vent that we didn't collect. Because I've already forgotten where it was. There it is. There's a reason we haven't collected it. We don't have rain gear. Any run that I get rain gear on, like, this is just me, but we have rain gear, and immediately I'm like, we can forget about acid. It's not a problem. And that bit of my brain just stops, and it takes a moment to recover. Come on. At least we destroyed them both with that barrel. There's no reason for me to be focusing so much on barrels, which I did a fair bit last run. And we got some nice kills out of it and all, but, you know, they are a little dangerous. So we can probably, like, we can probably just go to the end right now and we might make par, but I guess I'm too invested in us, like, finding secrets, there's no benefit out of that. 347, I think we were too slow already. So I don't think it mattered that we cleared out that room. That's what I'm gonna tell myself, and I want no evidence to the contrary. There. Good grenade, from the looks of it. Not a good grenade, from the looks of it. Okay, all cleared out. No secret panel. Ammo clip. And the railgun. We did this last run, so not really going to do much with it this time. But if we can snipe some heads off, all the better. These things are a little tankier than I remember them being. They're not even like the red ones from when you steal from a shop. Those are really tanky. But that totally makes sense. You know, those are kind of your punishment for stealing. It's a bit more intense than, you know, in Link's Awakening you just get called thief. You do get kind of zapped basically to death by the shopkeeper. But other than that, like, it's just a reputation hit. And I don't even know how Link has a reputation in that game. Because, like, well, for one, the island doesn't really, well, spoilers, the island doesn't really exist. The game's, what, 20 years old at this point? I think it's allowed. That game was original Game Boy. They've remade it, like, 5 times now. They had a Game Boy Color remake. Good, we got the best secondary weapon that isn't, like, explosive. We also got the flechette shotgun. So, for the moment, we are rolling in good weapons. And bad maneuvers. Why did we do that? There's no reason for it. Railgun isn't even all that endearing right now. It's just something we can use after we lose the spin fuser. No chain gun yet. They're just walking around like fools. Get our health. Nope, nothing. There's some monster infighting in the next room. Much appreciated. Yeah, they straight up, like, killed a couple of the pilots for us. And there we go. There's the exit. What does that give us? Something good? Oh, it's a fire right there. An accuracy up is pretty nice with shotgun. We maybe should be using the shotgun right now, but the railgun is out, so that's what's happening. Would be nice to find a secret right about now. That was like a direct hit. Just knocked its arm straight off. Managed to knock that thing off the wall. Again, we could run just straight to the end, call it a day, but we definitely have not hit par. Because Liechtenstein basically makes that impossible. And we might get more money by killing these things. We might also, like, lose a fair bit more health, which is not a good element to the equation. Looks like we're all done here, though. And I'm not seeing a secret, so that's unfortunate. Yep, we'll just have to head to the shop. And what do we get? Shield, reload blast, lower secondary ammo cost. We're gonna take reload blast. 'Cause we're reloading a fair frequency. 606 is not that bad. And more to the point, if we start getting crowded, which is possible, the reload blast will take care of a few enemies for us. The fire rate boosts that we've gotten really helping out right now. We can pick up a bit of shield. Take it now, and then we can come back for the blue door later. I think that's always the second door that you hit. The red one's first, blue is second. And who knows how much scrap we'll have at that point. Oh, not the one we really wanted to use there. Oh no, we get blue first. Take that. Now, I think this is the one that I've been told is, like, we've been using it wrong, which is not a big surprise. So it is a secondary fire, and it's a cluster bomb, which we have not been doing the cluster part. We've just been doing the bomb part. So maybe this will be good for us, now that we know kind of its MO. That's acid. We've already lost the armor that we picked up earlier, but we have enough scrap to make more. So, not the end of the world. And we keep, gathering more. Killed an enemy we didn't even see. No, that was not a secret hatch. That was just hope and optimism. Now where is the key card? Probably this way. Again, absorbed a bunch of shots directly to its face. I kind of liked that cluster bomb. Kind of a fan, if we use it right. Reload blast helping us out. There's the red key card. Nothing in there. Yeah, looks like we're just headed back the way we came now. Picking up some more armor, because we really do need it. I don't think we hit the food dispenser on this floor, but I might be misremembering. That is a cluster bomb shell. Again, shotgun is all based around grouping enemies and barrel. Stupid barrel. The shotgun is all based around clustering enemies and damaging them that way. But there are a couple, explosive elements, clearly, and that can be a bit hazardous. think we're going up that way. Yep, that looks like the only further direction. Whoa. We should not be doing this poorly on the Icarus. The Icarus should be easy for us. I'm kind of like embarrassed by our performance so far. That is not working out for us. Trying to use our cluster bombs somewhat effectively. Not having much luck in doing so. There is the food dispenser. There's the accuracy increase. That, I think, did absolutely nothing. That's not enough range. And that's our only secondary, so we gotta move here. This might be a cursed run already, which is very embarrassing. I don't expect to win every single run. We're not that good, but we're also not this bad. Like, what is going on here? Alright, there's nothing down here. Yeah, we're going really slow. We're taking way too much damage. Not optimistic about this run, unfortunately. We should take a damage up. Just make this a little easier. And of course, if we find the glitch shop, that will like turn our fortunes around. That usually turns our fortunes around, I should say. As we get a free item. Not guaranteed to be any good, but it is guaranteed to be free. Plus a lot of food, plus some scrap. Like, glitch shop is lovely, and I would love to find it. And naturally, I'm concerned we won't, because it's pretty rare. That's a brick. Yep. Just gonna keep shooting it. There we go. We had an explosive, so we were okay. There we go. Explosives to handle harvesters are appreciated. Our audio's like started to glitch out. It can't handle all this. The game can't handle me right now. Which is fair, because I can't handle the game right now. Alright, 23 HP. We're not gonna find a food dispenser unless it's in this ship until the end of the floor. So we need to make this count. Yeah, we are kind of beating on the game, it feels like. Getting a bit of slowdown here. Not sure why. I'm going to assume there's some like Java update trying to happen in the background or something. Oh, we have a brick. Oof. That was not nearly as bad as it could have been. And in doing all that, we found a secret. I mean, it gave us 25 health, which isn't a ton, but it's 25 health. This food dispenser, on the other hand, that really helped. And learning how to do cluster bombs is helping a lot as well. Okay, just run away from those floaters. We don't want to deal with them. And we have some sliding in. Right, there we go. We unwittingly found this scrap box as we were going along, and now we know where the wall is. So I think it's actually beneficial to take this path, as long as we mine the acid. Which we might not, so this would actually be the easier one to take. There's not going to be, yeah, we're not going to get another food in there. You only get one food in a ship. You always get one at the end of the floor, but you have a chance to get one in a ship as well. And we were quite fortunate to have that happen. Because man, did we need it. It's raining blood. We are now... Oh, acid. See, we can't make jokes about heavy metal albums because we're too focused on not dying. Let's just get out of here. You're not gonna let us get out of here? Come on, there we go. The good news is we piled on so much scrap, we can get to full armor, which is a good place to be. So we might pull this back from the brink. I mean, that level took forever, because we're being so necessarily cautious, but there you go. A rocket launcher. It's a bit overkill until we meet another brick. Where did all that acid come from? Right. Fortunately, we can go around. So we'll do precisely that. Get a railgun. Railgun is occasionally very nice to have. As like your main weapon in a run, I'm 50-50 on it. I think I'm more likely to go shotgun. I think shield saved us a bit there. We don't have shield, we have reload blast. So that would have just been armor. No, it's not a cluster bomb. There's a bit of acid right where we dropped that shot. And in hindsight, I guess it's because of the acid dude that we killed. Those tend to be your number one source of acid, is enemies that produce acid. There we go. Your number two source of acid, of course, being those pools that are just all around us. No secrets. Whoop. That was poor maneuvering. Pretty dumb. Come on. That one went in one hit, because that one knows how to behave. We might... There's the drone. But I think we blew it. I think we blew it. It's a little harder with the shotgun because, you know, spray and all that. So, Airbud or regen. Let's see if we can go a little further, get a little more money. We're not going to be able to get Airbud and regen, but we might be able to get, like, regen and whatever that other one was. Doesn't look like it, though. Nope. So, another no-go for the secret. It's a very hard one to get, honestly. This is a tough decision. We'll go with regen. That might help us out if and when we get to the boss. More so than Airbud. Feels almost sacrilege to say that Airbud isn't terribly useful in certain circumstances. Because we like Airbud. Also, if we didn't deliberate, we might have made par. Luckily, we killed that one acid grunt without it spraying everywhere. And the secondary fire is proving very useful in handling these harvesters. So, thank you to the commenter dude who pointed out what that upgrade was. It's turning out to be a very good idea. Brick is still alive. Now it is not. It's nice to discover we had an explosive weapon just laying around that we forgot to get much use out of. And you get a clip extension. Is there anything in the ruins? There's a plasma gun. Be careful with that. There's the plasma gun we don't have to be careful with. One shot, we just pop out all of the scrap. And this looks like... That's not the path. Where's the path? Where do we go now? It's gonna be, over here. Not quite the headshot that we wanted with it. Of course, the turrets don't feel acid pain. Oh, we only nailed the one with the cluster. And that spawned upside down. I don't know if that's a glitch or just like a bit of trolling by the game, but it does kind of suck when that happens. Because, you know, every stat boost is appreciated. Good thing we landed on that pad. That would have been not a terrible amount of damage, but an amount of damage that we didn't want to take, just like that. This looks like the direction we're headed. Nice to get these easy kills in. Don't want to waste that though. We need that for a brick, should one appear. Oh, that only got the one. There we go. We still have armor. That is very appealing right now. Very pleasing. We have 2 ships. So one of these might have food in it. Exactly what we're looking for. But we have a brick. So set it off. Rocket it a little. Get penned in. And then use our cluster bomb. We move about as fast as our cluster bomb does. If we're like strafe jumping, it just goes to show you how quickly you move doing that. Now where's the wall? Need to locate that. Here it is. So we need to go around the ship. And over here. There's something about like taking on that task. Like, okay, it's time to find the wall and get out of here. Just immediately makes me forget where we've just been. It's pretty annoying. But we're through. We're fully healed. Working slightly towards our overheal. Only 30 seconds over par. And blow these grunts away. Pretty easy. I said pretty easy, thank you. Blam. And it's burbs time. So our stats. We can use fire rate. That might be nice to have. So we'll take that. Our cluster bomb missed. That one didn't. That one definitely didn't. We get some food, so we get an overheal. There should be some, yeah. There's almost always a box over here, at least one. We get a railgun. Take those out. I mean, we had a railgun last run and it didn't serve us too well in the burbs, but it was, you know, set up as the burst fire, which I don't know, I just kind of feel like maybe it's not as good. Like that's an upgrade we shouldn't take. we go. We're being aggressive in handling these acid spitters because they ruined our last run. And they're very annoying and difficult, even in normal circumstances. There we go. Not hitting with the best of aim on these cluster bombs, unfortunately. A lot of these crates just have nothing in them. There is a secret way up there. Use our last shot on that. And here is our scrap bin. So we'll collect all that. Try and find the secret room. Don't know where it is. There it is. And it's armor. Perfect. That's 6,000 scrap worth of armor. That's some savings. We hit this checkpoint. And we see an upgrade station. And by upgrade station, I mean crafting table. For some reason, I thought it looked like an upgrade, but it isn't. So we're not going to do anything with that. Holy crap, there's a lot of gunners in a very tight spot. Fortunately, we are rolling shotgun, so we handle them just fine. There's another secret right up here. Sounded like it was back here, but I think it's actually this, which is tragic. But it could be wrong. I think we took care of that sniper. Yeah, looks like... Or maybe not. Trying to flank us, but we'll be having none of that. I think there's like a peculiarity with that one opening that like it doesn't fully open. It's kind of unusual, but oh well, it's a thing that happens. So we have mostly defensive items on this run. No movement tech, no jump, no thrusters. We don't have a shield, which is like the main defensive thing, but having the reload blast is a nice defense. Having regen, hopefully we never need it. And we don't have any sort of offensive boost. We don't have extra shot, airbud. So we're going to have to play a little conservatively. We're geared up for that kind of layout. That, or we try to be aggressive with our actual shooting and not rely much on our items, which is also a valid option. Because we do have a pretty good secondary, now that we know how to use cluster bombs effectively. Or at least we know how to use them. I don't know if we're being particularly effective with them. That doesn't even pop a crate. I will never understand that particular weapon. It just behaves oddly. To me, at least. But we can get full armor now, so we will do that. And we'll actually be at full health. So we have full HP. That's like the smoke bomb thing, which we might be using ineffectively when we pick that up as well. Because we have picked it up and it sucked and we were just like, whatever. Ball field. Okay. So here's one. I think the sniper got an enemy instead of us, which is a testament to their aim. Oh, we've been down that road before. It's not good. We lost 90 armor dealing with that. Like, we came into this baseball field full health, full armor. We now have no armor and 93 health. This is a bit of a difficult set piece from the looks of it. There are a bunch of spots, because this is one that can be like a super hub. So there are a lot of spots where I suppose okay, we did get both. I suppose a secret weapon could realistically exist. Here's the terminal, but we need to hit the power station. And that's going to be over here? Question mark? No. There we go. Over here? No. Right here. Okay. There we go. We got someone kind of squishing at us. Go. Handling things pretty frantically. And again, pop the cluster bomb a little too early. No luck there. Doesn't sound like anything actually opened. We could use the secret room right now. But no such luck. We could also maybe use an upgrade. Depends on what it would be. But we did find one recently. Might have been on this floor. It's kind of all blurring together right now. We did find one recently and it was not what we wanted. So, I don't know. We have the cluster bomb, and the flechette shot. So we might have what we need. We might have our best options. Which means that our problems are mostly aim and not equipment. Almost back to full health. Nothing out of that crate. A stat boost out of that one. That's fine. Never complain about a stat boost, personally. I mean, you can if you want to, but I'm not going to. Okay. I think we're all set now. We just make our way into the shop. We don't have a lot of money, though. So this is all we can really do, but this is exactly what we want. So we're really rolling defensive when it comes to our items. We have the shield, we have regen, we have reload blast. We have a slightly slow run. 4338 at the level 3 shop. It's a little slow. More concerning is our health and armor, which is not terrible, but it's really wavering floor to floor. We have one that just goes really smoothly and we get tons of scraps, we get tons of armor, and everything's lovely. And then we do our next one and we're just like in terrible position. What happened there? We went to space real quick. And then we came back. Which, I don't know, you kind of hope when you see those star fields that you're about to go to the glitch shop. Which, do we need that this run? No. Would it be nice? Always, but I don't think we need it. Thank you, shield. Which way are we headed? Looks like we're headed this way. We could really use like an accuracy up, so I'll kind of tighten our shots. Get our heal going. Yeah, the sniper wants to be at range. Surprise, surprise. Maybe we should have held off on grabbing the food in case we took damage. And by in case, I mean for when. I think that's the second time a sniper has taken out an enemy for us that we know of. That might actually be like a common occurrence. Thank you, shield. I don't know if that brick statue is of any relevance whatsoever. That starfield was just like the game basically popping in. That little chunk hadn't finished loading yet. Let's gather up this scrap. This stat boost. Nothing there. That was almost a bad idea. Watch these barrels. What? What did we hit that on? What hit? Because now we're in like worse shape because of a mysterious barrel explosion. Not happy about that happening. Nowhere to really go this way. No armor there. That was... it's like our flechettes bouncing back. And that one, I didn't hear it, but that should definitely have been a secret. So we need to locate it. Here it is. Just a little armor, but every little bit helps. And we know the exit way, the checkpoint is right beneath the brick statue. That time the barrel helped us. Seriously? Thought we hit you pretty hard with the whole like explosion of plasma in your face kind of thing. But oh well. We got our fuses, so we're good now. We got a bit of armor from a secret. It's very appreciated. That explosion worked out nicely. That, I think, had a turret in it. Whoop. That was close. That's a C4. It helpfully very helpfully says it's C4. Taking a lot of acid damage. This is not good. That armor just about kept us alive, but we're still in bad shape. But we made it to Athena. We did make it. So hopefully we have a good enough damage stat. I have to wait for the loading screen to end to find out. Yeah, our damage is okay. Not great, but okay. Is that where we're gonna boost up? Yeah. So we just want to decimate as many enemies as possible, as quickly as possible. Which kind of requires, like, actually hitting with our cluster bombs. Thank you, shield. Cluster bombs apparently not strong enough to knock out soldiers in one go. That's a disturbing bit of intel. There we go. And no real resources over here. And now the fact that we picked up regen is helping us. It's a little embarrassing that we got to this point, but it is now helpful. Every kill, we get a little HP back. As long as it's an organic target. But right now, most of our targets are organic. I think it's just the spiders that aren't. Kaboom. So we might want to remember. Oh, okay, yeah, sure. So we might want to remember when we're using up the nail gun that it does kind of blow up. Also, a flechette knocked that gun into tomorrow, so we don't get it. You can sense my sadness here. Which isn't that great, because like that gun isn't that great, but it is good. Blast them. Constantly looking for secret panels. A little bit of money. Take that, science. And it is absolutely worth the time to hunt these down. Like, okay, we're only at 63 health. That's not a lot. But it's something. And I believe the exit is over this way. Thank you, shield. Blowing out that acid barrel kind of sucks, but does help a little bit. That's a nice little surprise. Turn the corner, there's a a giant spider bot thing. Just ready and raring to hurt ya. That's going to explode any second now. That's acid. That's a very big soldier enemy. That's a tiny bit of health back. That's a very appreciated explosion. And a little bit of money. The thing just keeps beeping, and I'm very afraid of it. Because usually something beeping means something exploding in the not-too-distant future. Alright. No more secret panels that we can spot. Those would be nice to have. I get a plasma gun. We have a pistol. We have the explosive machine gun. Well, that's now consumed, clearly. 24 health. 25 health. I don't know what hurt us. Maybe a ricochet? Yeah, ricochet just took out a whole computer. So, you know what? Take that technology. Let's see if we can find the secret room. Whatever it's got, we will be happy to take. But we gotta spot this thing. Should be over here. Should be somewhere over here. Here's all the stuff we wanted, all the scrap. We have tons of scrap. Stand still. Stand still so I can kill you. We actually have like lots of sidearms that we're not using at all, much less effectively. Where is this secret chamber? I heard it open. Like, we need this one, so I'm not leaving without giving it a really good chance. Here it is. It's nice and buried. So we have 30 armor now. I think we'll buy a half armor or partial armor. That will put us back to 100. And it's not a good value. Like doing this is not a good value. But it's what we need right now. And spending the 6,000 for a full is an even worse value. That floor took forever. But we are back to 100 armor. 59 health, not enough. We need a lot more. But we do have tons of scrap. So if nothing else, we are well equipped on that front. No movement tech means those blood pits are very annoying. But that worked out okay. Yeah, Ricochet clipped us a little. Didn't even spot that acid jumper until it was too late. That sucks. Let's take these stat boosts. think I hear a scientist. Yep. Blast them into next year. Still don't know what this weapon is supposed to be, but it does do a pretty strong hit when you need it to, and when you aim it right. Like that. So there's a crafting table already. It's a little early in the run for what we would like. But since it's right here, we can use it and get ourselves not quite to full armor, but pretty close. We gotta remember to use our sidearms, because they can be pretty powerful, as just demonstrated. Don't want to sell scrap. We need that, like, that armor capacity. I mean, that's all we use scrap for, but we need it. Not very good range, it would seem. So I don't know how we're actually going to handle this immediate situation. I do have an idea, though. That idea did not work. Why are we continuing with this idea that doesn't work? This idea works. You know, blasting it with plasma gun, that seems to be an effective strategy. Yep. Plasma gun's pretty effective. Thank you, shield, for protecting us from our own stupidity. I wonder how much damage our shield has protected us from that was just self-damage like that. Like, the number is probably higher than I would like to know. Certainly higher than I would like it to be. This seems to be where everyone has the money. You know, these are the bosses. These are the ones in charge of the whole operation. You know, they're not boss enemies, they're just, you know, maybe middle management. You know, middle management is just the mini boss of the corporate world. Okay, now we're pretty good on scrap. Need to find the way out, though. That would be helpful. That would not be it. Oh, love getting lost. Just love it. It's one of the risk factors of a procedurally generated level design. So you can just get lost. Here we go. One threat detected, we'll just override it, who cares? And we're at the shop. So if we need 5 more scrap for something good, we might do it. In fact, we will go do it, or 5 more money, not scrap. We'll do it just so that we have that extra shot. Just to have it. There's no sense carrying around 70 money that we can't spend. But we do need to figure out where that vending machine actually was. I think it was like back a little ways. But of course we keep getting lost in this chamber because I don't know what we're doing. Here we go. Where are you? Vending machine. Take our scrap. And there we go. So now we can get extra shot. Extra shot. And that will up our damage ever so slightly. Not enough to really like write home about, but it will be something. There's like, what else can we do? Thrusters. That like super minimal heal thing. Better to just have the extra bullets. And how long did this floor take? This had to have been 640. It's actually not that bad. But we have broken the hour mark at this point. And we didn't get any movement tech, which has me a bit afraid when it comes to the boss fight. But we do have some explosive weapons, some high potency weapons. We do pretty good damage on our primary. It's very loud squishing. There we go. Not the most damage, but pretty good amounts. Just got up in its face. But nothing over here. Looks like this is the direction we're headed. Through the blood and guts and all that annoying stuff. It's not that it's gross, it's that it slows us down. There we go. Okay, we do want our cluster bombs. We also want our cluster bombs to hit the enemy, which is not a guarantee. Thank you, shield. Like that time we know the shield protected us from enemy damage and not our own. There's another scientist running around like a damn fool. And another spider bot. And again, all the secrets we can find will help immensely. So we gotta peek up periodically. Gotta keep your head up. Gotta keep optimistic. You know, maybe we will find a secret. Maybe it'll save us. How many threats left? One threat detected. Rain gear. Very happy to have that. Absolutely no idea where the last threat is, except it's right there. There we go. Did we have to jump for that? No, that was unnecessary, but it was cool. Was it cool? Not really. It was actually pretty modest as far as maneuvers go. You know, you don't get to declare something's cool. That's not your decision. Okay. Popped open a secret somewhere. Like, you were right next to us and you barely hit, if at all. So you know what? You deserve to die because you failed your classes. So we get armor. That's very helpful. Almost got ourselves squeezed in there. Here we have our last threats. This money is completely pointless, but we have it. This is where we came in. There's our secret. 4 threats detected. Screw that. We'll just override. And there they all are. Gave them enough time to get close. And they took all of our armor, because we let them get way too close. So, good thing we found that secret. We need to go back to a crafting bench. So I think we already encountered it. It's a little chaotic there. A little more than it needs to be. We have this nail spread thing. It is homing, which is nice. Definitely overkill. I don't remember what that desperation move is, except that I think it's a bit extreme. Definitely not going to use it to crack open a scrap bin. That's definitely a bit much. So let's gather the food now. Find a machine gun. Dead end. Oh, we can make that jump. That's nice. Nope, just a red bar. Oh, we are done. How many headshots was that? I mean, those last couple weren't, but many of those were. Alright. We need to find a crafting table. Urgently. Well, not urgently, but like we're not leaving the floor until we go to one. We only have enough scrap for 50 armor, which is very unfortunate. I'm thinking back, the crafting table, we already saw it. We've already been there. We've already done that. So we need to backtrack a fair ways in order to deal with that. So let's get going. We're gonna be in a little bit of a rough situation on this front. Our ammo's pretty good. Our ammo is nice. Our damage dealing is pretty strong. Not the most pickups that we've gotten. Like overall, we have more of our accuracy and clip extensions. But also we've had runs where we just got way more damage improvements just flatly. So we're gonna have no scrap, a little bit of leftover money, 50 armor, 75 health with regen, and the shield. And rain gear, but that doesn't really matter come boss time. Exits over this way. And reload blast might save us in a little bit of a crowded position, but it's also not the biggest boon, not the most important thing that we have. So this is going to be a rough boss fight. It's going to be a bit tough. But what we do have going for us is high potency weaponry. And maybe a sense of direction, maybe not. got so distracted by enumerating how we're not quite screwed that we got lost. This has been a slow run. This has been pretty long. Did enemies just spawned in here? Really? We're just gonna go on to the next floor. Let's fight the boss. And we'll start by using up our plasma gun. There we go. Knocked a bunch of it off. Use up the pistol. Knock these turrets down. That was very, very inefficient. And I'm a little mad at myself for it. We can blast these guys with relative ease. None of the cores are destroyed yet, but they are all damaged. And pretty considerably so. And we can take out those turrets fairly well. Disc launcher is quite nice. Just drop your shields. You know you want to. You can do it. Okay. There's a whole lot of chaos now. But another spin fuser. And now we're in the rough situation of reduced motion. But we got the kill. So now we just have to get out of here with our 27 health. But it looks like there are no enemies spawning. So somehow we managed that win. That was a precarious run. But we still pulled it off. Let's clean out the mothership. And that will do it. I think shotgun is like our best weapon. She said while completely not hitting this scientist at all. I do think it's our best weapon generally speaking. If we get this spin fuser out of a railgun upgrade, then that's maybe our best. But overall, the shotgun, especially with the flechettes, pretty solid for a run. And we did pretty well there, despite getting in very precarious situations now and then. But we didn't get the second level secret, which is where we're going to keep working towards, keep trying to pull that off. So maybe next video, who knows? For now, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, a like would be appreciated, subscribe doubly so. Either way, ta-ta for now.